What's up, guys? It's another day. Bro, I missed this so much, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just making videos. I wanted to make a video tonight or today outside, but it's fucking... I'm in a heat wave in California right now. 91 degrees. It's only climbing. It's about to be at the highest 95 degrees, and it's not gonna be... It's gonna cool down tonight, and I don't want to do a night video right now, so fuck it, we're gonna do an inside video. I'm sorry for the delay. I've missed you guys. I'm here now, that's what matters, right? I was in Pennsylvania for a bit, visiting some family, but... Actually, hold up. Alright, I'm back. I kind of just wanted to try something different. I'm gonna walk around, but I kind of just wanted to start the video off like this. I feel like it's pretty nice, you know. I should do videos like this. It feels high end, you know what I mean? It feels... Come talk to me, you know what I mean? Tell me about your day. Because I see other content creators making similar videos, but they're just like, yeah, so like, you know, opening your third eye and shit, and this and that and the third, and then so it looks cool, you know what I mean? It looks professional, and like this is a microphone, so that's why I'm kind of like this. But I don't know, I like this. This is cool, but I want to walk around, so let's do that. But I wanted to first and foremost say thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in. For those of you that don't know me, I make videos on law of attraction, spirituality, consciousness, third eye, aliens, all that stuff, you know what I mean? So if this isn't your shit, you don't gotta watch it, it's whatever. But yeah, if it is your shit, then hell yeah, let's have a good time. But yeah, so I was in Pennsylvania for a bit, visiting my family for a month, and I was taking a little break, making content as well, just allowing myself to fully be immersed, you know, being with my family. So it's like whatever. So I feel like I needed it too, because it's allowed me to finally calm all my energy back out of a month of not doing any content creation. So now here I am going full throttle. Yeah, it was a needed break, I would say, you know what I mean? Like, if you guys feel burnt out, and I'm not saying that's my book. I'm not saying that I was burnt out, like, you know, so much, but it's like you gotta understand that it's not bad to take a break if you feel like you need to collect yourself. And that's not why I took a break. Obviously I took a break because I love my family, but sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is take a break from content creation or producing or whatever, you know? Like sometimes your body is asking you for a reset, and to do that, it's good to do nothing at all. You know, we're so used to do that a lot of us don't take the time to not do and just collect our thoughts and mind and return to the stillness, you know? So just don't be afraid to do that. But this video, God, it feels good to start making videos again. I missed it, not gonna lie. This one is about how dreams are so much more than what we think they are initially, right? They're messages, they're guides to look within ourselves. Like, there's always something that you could learn from your dreams. You know, we're so infinite that we're not having an experience just on Earth, but we're, you know, going elsewhere. So like literally as you sleep, you're planning your life and your human experience, but you're also visiting your other lives and on other planets that you have. So like that's how vast and infinite we are as consciousness, you know? Every single night something extraordinary happens. You know, we close our eyes, we leave our body, the world disappears, and another one begins. You know, you walk through places that don't exist or do exist but elsewhere. Speak to people that you've never met or that you will meet, you know what I mean? Relive memories, experience impossible events or that seem impossible, at least within our reality right now. Sometimes you're flying, sometimes you're falling. Sometimes you wake up wondering why a dream felt more emotionally real than the day before, than waking reality. And for thousands of years, people have asked, many more than that even, but people have asked the same question, what are dreams? So it's like they're psychologically, from the psychological lens, dreams may help you process memories or unhealed emotions and unresolved experiences, sure. But then there's like the neuroscience. It explores how the brain remains active during sleep, creating vivid experiences from stored information. To be honest, that's a boring response to me. But mine would be the spiritual, esoteric lens, right? Which is that these dreams are a symbolic journey, opportunities for insight, or experiences of unconsciousness, even. Sorry, experiences of conscious beyond ordinary waking awareness. Because there's more than what we see with our five senses. Different traditions reach different conclusions, but they all merely point toward the same mystery. That consciousness is more complex than what we often assume. And dreams often remind us that reality is not experienced only through the physical world. Your body may be lying still when you're sleeping, yet your mind, your consciousness is traveling through dimensions, landscapes of imagination, memory, symbolism, and emotion. Then there are lucid dreams. Those rare moments where you suddenly realize, damn, I'm dreaming. The dream continues, but awareness awakens inside of it. Many people describe this as one of the most fascinating experiences they've ever had, because suddenly you become conscious within a world that moments earlier felt completely real. And perhaps that's why dreams, have fascinated us as humans for so long. They blur the line between perception, memory, and imagination, and possibility, and awareness. Because the ego often dismisses dreams completely, or tries to force every dream into a literal meaning. But awareness remains curious. It asks, what might this be revealing about my inner world, Because not every dream carries a hidden message. Not every symbol predicts the future. But every dream reminds us of something profound. That consciousness is capable of creating experiences that feel astonishingly fucking so real. Maybe it is, just not in this reality, right? Because what is real? We're just experiencing an experience with our five senses. So when we go to sleep, we're going to other realities that exist elsewhere in a different frequency that we experience in a different level, beyond our five senses. And perhaps that's why dreams continue to inspire scientists, artists, philosophers, and spiritual seekers, because every night the mystery begins again. And every morning we carry another piece of that puzzle. Was this a dream? What was that? Was it real? Because I can guarantee you that life is but a dream. Just like when we go to sleep at night, and we travel the astral realm, and we travel to different star systems and planets. We wake up into this dream of 3D, of physical, of the Earth game, right? This Earth game is one dream of itself. It's a form of a game, a play, an illusion. Fucking my dog's... Come here, Marley. Get in. Come on, buddy. Look at him trying to talk and my dog runs away. Come here, buddy. Get in. Yeah, go Borker. Come on. Go boy. Come on, get in, buddy. Go boy. We'll walk later. It's hot as fuck. Anyways, before I was interrupted, dreams... Oh, sorry. Life is a lucid dream. It's a reality, an experience where it is a dream, and the more you are aware of it being a dream, the more dreamlike it's going to become. So reality itself is a form of dream. It's a lucid dream. And when you have an awakening, you experience the realization, the epiphany that life is a dream. And it's a dream that we can control. We can manifest. We can create. It's not set in stone, it's not solid. So when you awaken, you become aware of the dream. And you could change the dream for what you want. You don't like how it's going, change how you're thinking. Change what you believe of yourself and of this dream. You think everything's so hard, well, maybe it's how you're perceiving the dream to be hard. It's not really hard. You're just, your perception, your shitty beliefs are interfering with the way that you're interacting with this dream of life. Trust me, I've been there, done that. I used to think this shit was so hard. I used to be in the victim mindset of why me, why this, why does this keep happening? But yet I was in my own naive, egoic mindset of creating my own misery, you know? Everything is happening for you, not to you. So most of the time, it's something that you're doing and you're manifesting that reality, the experience, the result, the reaction, whether unconsciously or consciously, right? And your job is to become conscious of these things that are happening in your life that you believe of yourself and your subconscious, right? So I gotta meditate. That's why you gotta tap into the subconscious through breathing and meditation, so that these unconscious things can come to the surface to you, and then you can release it and be like, oh, this is why I was manifesting this result in my life. This is why I'm attracting these people. This is why I can't get this result. You know, there was a certain belief there, but you don't have to allow that belief to have so much of a hold of you anymore. You don't. That's how powerful we are. You could choose whether it does have a meaning over you or doesn't. Frankly, choose that it doesn't. You know, if you see that you're not getting the result that you want, then let go of that belief that you've given, and let go of the meaning that you've given these beliefs. You have the power to change your meaning of life, of your reality, of yourself, whatever, you know. Change the meaning, give it a new dialogue. You are the actor and the director in this movie that we call life. Alright? So direct that shit. Play the part you want to play. And you'll see that life is so much more fun and malleable, flexible. Is that the word, malleable? Than what we would initially have thought. A lot of people are so serious in this game, you know? So serious that they're not even able to fully integrate themselves in this experience, in this dream of life. You know, they create their own misery and suffering, and attaching to shit they don't matter. And attachment is the root of all suffering. So if you're attached to the way that it happened before, you're going to continue to create an illusion of suffering because you believe that it's going to happen again because it happened before. So you're going to keep unconsciously manifesting that same similar result or exact result because you think that it's going to happen just because it did before. When you got to understand every moment's a new moment, and every moment you are a new version of yourself. And so the more present you are and the more detached you are, the more flowy you will be in this now and every moment that flows through. And the more detached and flowy you are through this now, you'll be able to move through reality aware that every step you take and every action you take and every thought you take dictates the reality and the timeline you're on. So you want to be in the right reality and the timeline that you want to be on. Think better thoughts, do shit better that aligns properly with the timeline that you would want to be on. You know? And allow yourself to fully immerse yourself into this dream of life. And that's why it's so humbling, because it's like when you go to sleep at night and you have these dreams, you know, you're astral projecting, and then you come back, finish our mission here on Earth. Like, isn't that crazy? Humble yourself. Humble yourself that we're so beyond the body that we could have these experiences when we go to sleep that feel so real. And maybe it wasn't in the way that we would think that, I mean, what is real, right? But, you know, it's sure, someone could have a fucking random ass dream where a cheeseburger's talking. But sometimes you as the universe is bored, you know, we're cosmic, we have fun and we create our experiences. So even though that dream may have felt ridiculous and meaningless, it probably was, you know. It probably wasn't necessarily a reality that exists, but you are tuning into the infinite possibilities. So maybe it did exist, you know what I mean? Even the dreams that we would think to be so completely stupid and pointless, maybe that's the point, right? There doesn't have to be a point. Like I've had a dream one time where I went off the road of a mountain and then I could just see the car spinning and spinning. You know, you could just see the ground spinning and spinning because you're spinning. And I just remember thinking, damn, I'm about to die. And then before I died, quote unquote, I woke up. And what if that's it? What if that's just it? Like when we dream, we're glimpsing into a different dimension, a different reality. So in that reality, I died, but I woke up. And that's what happens when you die. You just wake up into a different version of yourself that just didn't die or continue or experience that. So I died in that timeline. I was able to glimpse that. And then I just merged seamlessly with this reality, this timeline. And it's like, oh fuck, it was just a dream. It's all a dream. It's all a dream. But as consciousness, you know, your infinite energy it's only transferred. It can't be destroyed. So sure, you die, you go into another version of you that continues to live. Because when you understand the big picture of reality and how it's all a dream and everything is connected, you'll start to see that, oh, whoa, was it just a dream or was it just a little glimpse of what exists beyond what we're, focused on right now? It's like the TV remote. There's so many channels that you could be watching, right? But you're only watching that one channel. Same thing with consciousness. There's so many experiences that your soul is having at this one time, but your ego, in the way that we're experiencing right now, right? Like right now, me making this video, I'm only tuned into this one version of reality as I make this video. But if I were to switch the channels and stand back far enough, I would see that there's many more channels and experiences that my soul is having. But right now, I'm just tuned into this one bandwidth, of reality. So just because you can only perceive of this limited way of seeing doesn't mean that there's more. That's all what I'm trying to say about this video. So yeah, namaste lady guys, it's been a good video. I'm glad that I'm back in this game of making videos. I missed it. It feels natural to me. And that's really it. Like, do what feels natural to you. Do what makes you follow your highest excitement. Because the more you do it, the more you're just gonna allow yourself to create what you thought was impossible. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that was holding you back was you. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Much love. It's you.